All right, chat. It is time. We are here. It is Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and as you can see, we have quite a few decks to get through. But if you've been watching my YouTube videos and kind of what my general excitement level for the set has been, you already know this is my probably the card that I am the most excited for, and I think this is the shell that I am the most excited for it in. And this is the white-black Cauldron Humans deck that we were working on previously, prior to this new set release. It got a big boost in the form of Agatha Soul Cauldron from Wilds of Eldraine. And what this deck is trying to do is kind of utilize the combination of sacrifice synergies and human synergies. So you have both Enduring Bondwarden and Scorn-Blade Berserker, both of which have the backup mechanic. They both happen to be humans as well. So they're very powerful because both of them trigger Thalia's Lieutenant, which you get to put counters on current humans that you have, but then Thalia's Lieutenant grows bigger when you play more humans. So what's really nice about this, especially with Bondwarden, is you can go, like, say, Bondwarden counter on itself, Lieutenant put a counter on Bondwarden, and then if you sacrifice that Bondwarden, you got an additional counter from the Lieutenant, and you can then move counters that way. So you have that angle, and then you also have, like, you now have a brand new sacrifice outlet here. Again, the big downside is this is not a human, which is something that we have to keep in mind. But, I mean, realistically, the only human synergy we have is Lieutenant, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then we're still keeping a couple of Cartel Aristocrats, which was a holdout from the previous version. I don't want to just replace Cartel Aristocrat with Bartolome. I think having access to this is still really nice, especially with Cauldron, because what you can do is you can, say, put a Cartel in the graveyard, Cauldron the Cartel, and now your Bartolome, while getting huge, can also have the Cartel protection ability as well. And then you have stuff like Star Pupil, which, same with Bondwarden, you can move counters around. And then you're kind of parlaying all that with the Ozolith, which is powerful with both sacrifice outlets and plus one counters, of which we have a lot. And the kind of the end goal here is eventually just like kill them with a large Bartolome. You can also set up some loops where you go Priest of Forgotten Gods, and if you put it in the graveyard and you exile with Cauldron, you then have a bunch of creatures that have plus one counters on them, and now every single one of your creatures has the ability to Priest, which can get out of hand rather quickly. Knight-Errant of Eos is a nice little top end here. We're playing a bunch of 1 and 2 drops, and it helps find combo pieces that we might be missing. And then Return to the Ranks is kind of our top end, just like, if we resolve this card, the game is likely over with the amount of value that we're going to be getting back. And yeah, just like, very, very similar to the list that we've played in the past, just with the new Sacrifice Outlet. And I think this is a huge boon for this deck. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Sideboard, pretty straightforward. Specialist for Rakdos, Tomik for Lotus, Thoughtseize for combo, Fatal Push for aggressive decks, and then Invasion for control. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's dope. Is Preordained banned in Modern? No, Preordained's legal. Alright, I'm going to try and play 5 matches regardless of what happens with this league, because I want to at least get 1 5-match league in with this. Even if I owe 5, I'll play out every match. I'm going to lead with Berserker. Just going to slam this on 2. If they have Lofty, they have Lofty. If it resolves, we probably win. I guess I'll attack first. If they, for whatever reason, want to trade with Rattle Chains, I'm in. Obviously, they're never doing that. What's the name of the stupid thing that makes 1/1 hexproof shit? It is Deeproot Pilgrimage. But the bot does not have new cards yet. Okay, I'm fine with that. Kind of chilling. Convoking the Merfolks counts as tapping each individually. Oh, with, like, Convoke arts? Are we going to build the blue-white Convoke Merfolk? If there's enough 1-drops, you could maybe do it, but I would assume that in order to get enough 1-drops, you probably have to dip into Bant, which would make it a little sketchy, I think. I'm just going to go counter here and then sack both. Why only one Maw creature land in the Caves list? Which one's the Maw creature land? Two black, another Knight-Errant. Let's go Berserker, counter here, play second Priest. Could have just played double Priest there, maybe that was better. Slightly better use of my mana. Yeah, I could have just played double Priest. I think I miscounted by one. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Kiora's Follower plus Nykthos. Yeah, that's what people were talking about. I think that putting Kiora's Follower in your deck is, like, kind of sketchy, though. Because Kiora's Follower itself is not that good. Why isn't this deck playing the Fling effects? What Fling effects? Aren't those all red? We're only a white-black deck. Okay, they're flipping the Invasion. Yeah, I'm actually wondering if these Knights are just not very good. The more that I kind of play this out. Maybe we should just be... Ooh, what if we just main deck the Extraction Specialist? That could be a good idea. That might be a little bit better. Okay, so this... these two, counter there. They're gonna sack Wander, that's fine. Yeah, I just, like, don't ever want to cast this Knight-Errant. I'd much rather just basically do anything else. But maybe I should have cast it that turn. I'm not sure, instead of using Priest. Gigantha worth it? We can't Gigantha with, main deck Catilda. We can't Gigantha with the Return of the Ranks. The double white spell that we have. Which, by the way, would be an insane draw here. I guess we can do it this way, leaving up the Priest. Okay. It's not the worst. No, I think I want to take both of these. And... oh, maybe I should have taken Bondwarden so I could use the mana from Bondwarden this turn. I am going to pass, I think. Can use the Priest on their turn. Maybe Thalia's? Thalia's kind of awkward with Cauldron. Like, making Cauldron cost 3 is a little sketchy. But it could be worth it. I'm not, like, super opposed to it. 7, huh? So if I Priest, they just sack the Mutavault, which I think is fine. Is it fine? What do I sack? I sack the Priest and the Pupil. I'm actually thinking about not activating the Priest. And then I can go Bondwarden onto the big Priest, play Warden of the Inner Sky, use the other Priest, sacrifice the bigger Priest, and put the counters on the Warden. But if I sacrifice my Priest here, I can't do that. I guess I could sack Pupil Knight-Errant, and then go counter on here. That's actually probably fine. Yeah. This might be worse than just attacking with the Knight-Errant next turn, but I want to clear this Mutavault first. I need to get this Mutavault out of here, because they're going to be able to protect it at some point. You know what I mean? They have Sailor as well. Okay. What the fuck? Oh. Okay, well, they just had everything then, I guess. Good beats. Okay. Noted. Noted. Turns out they just had everything. I believe we are dead, to my knowledge. Is there any way I cannot be dead? Alright, you in. Okay, let's bring in the rays. These are all bad. Don't think I... maybe I want Thoughtseize. I'm just gonna try cutting... I want to try... Okay, this is kind of more experimental than anything. I want to see how the deck plays with none of this top end. And just, like, as low to the ground value as possible. I don't know if this is a good idea, but this is more just experimental. No, Priest is your best card in the matchup. Priest is insane against them. I want to see how this plays. Yeah, the new 1-drop is cracked. You meant the general? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to think about with this deck. I feel like we've only kind of scratched the surface. There's just so many different ways that you can build it. And I know for a fact there is a good version of this deck out there. It's just going to take some time to figure out what the best way to build it is. But I can assure you there is a good version of some sort of like black-white sacrifice counters deck. And I think we just need to keep cooking. Keep on cooking. Alright, I'll cast that card. I feel like you can mimic more like old school affinity. In what way? Just like with the counter stuff, maybe just max Ozolith is the way to go. Because between, like, now that you have so many sacrifice outlets, just playing a bunch of Ozoliths is probably a good idea. Kayla's Reconstruction? I don't think so. It's probably a little too expensive. Like, at that point, I think I'd rather just play the X-White-White, the card that we cut. What you call it? This card. I think this is just better than Reconstruction, for the most part. Alright, what you working with? Snare, Chains, Queller. I will select Rattle Chains, because I don't care about Queller, given that I have the removal spell. Yeah, see, I guess this is the issue about cutting all your payoffs, is you just get hands like this, where you just have no payoffs. Yeah, playing a third color is kind of awkward, though. I don't know if you can afford to do that. The mana base is a little rough if you're playing a third color. Although, maybe with Cavern it's fine. Just gonna kill this now, because I know they have a million counter spells. Okay, so let's cast this. That's annoying. If I attack with Bart, they block, I sack Warden, we trade, that's bad, so I guess we don't really have an attack here. Go. Okay, so we know they have 2 Geistlight Snares, 1 unknown. Pilgrimage is busted. Which one's Pilgrimage? Deeper Pilgrimage? Look at Discord. I have not been able to check Discord yet. Oh, lit. Ooh, land 6. Alright, we're cooking. I could trade Warden for Phantom, which I'm pretty happy with, if they want to do that. I don't think they're ever making that trade. Why doesn't my Merfolk list have the combo? Is Merfolk even worth it without? I mean, I'm not 100% convinced that the combo is even good, to be honest. Okay, that's kind of nice. I should probably Ray before attacks to see if they drew Rattle Chains, because if they have Rattle Chains, it's going to change my attack. Come on. Rem F not drawing best possible, challenge level impossible. I can attack here, but he just trades. That's kind of bad. I kind of have to make that trade, though, because otherwise I'm just going to get raced. I know he still has 2 counter spells in hand. It's not bad. That's not a bad one. Nope. Still not having a reasonable hand. Challenge level impossible. This hand also is terrible. Come on! Please! I just want to play Magic. Come on, man. It's like all 2 drops. I mean, I guess I'll keep it. It's probably better than going to 5. Mike, thank you for the 28-month resub. Welcome back. Mana Confluence. Ooh. The Fish. C-Note Scout reveal Godless Shrine. I am in danger. Chat, I am in danger. Could be Amalia. Yeah, I think it's probably the Amalia deck that we worked on. Could also be Greasefang. C-Note Scout is kind of interesting in Greasefang. Because you can hit Barhelion, just mill it over, or like hit your land drops. They took a Lieutenant. I'll play Bart first. Deck. Catafall, thank you for the 8-month resub. Welcome back. How to get all cards at the moment? Yeah, so if you go into the store on Magic Online, they have a rare event token that you can purchase, and that gives you the all access pass for, I believe, 3 weeks. It's either 2 or 3 weeks. I can't recall exactly. But it unlocks every single card from the set for that entire time frame. Mutavault triggers Pilgrimage. Now we're talking. I'm going to put a counter on the Pupil, I think. Question is, do they double block the Bondwarden? I'm kind of okay if they do that. Because then I could just move the counters on Pupil. Sure, if they have second Skyclave, then it's bad, but they will simply just not have a second Skyclave. I guess I could play around second Skyclave and just put the counters here. Yeah, it's a little less greedy. Yeah, this is way better. $25. 25 US dollars. Kind of wish they let you pay. I kind of wish they let you bought it with event tickets. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay. Interesting. Now we can kind of just send everything with the Cauldron, because they have no good blocks with the Trespasser. Weirdly enough, I kind of think it's better to play the Cauldron. Because the Cauldron lets me attack with the Illusion token too. Chump blocking there. I'll let this happen. Because I want to eat what they target with Trespasser to make them not gain life. Kind of surprised you aren't running Zulaport Cutthroat in this deck. We didn't have it in the initial version. I'm not sure if there was a reason why we didn't play it. It's really hard to find room though. I'm not sure what you'd want to be cutting if you wanted to play Zulaport Cutthroat. That's the thing. It's like there's like 75 cards that I want to play, but you just don't have enough room to play all of those. So you got to make cuts somewhere. There's so many different ways to build decks like this. I think Cauldron is way too powerful with Priest. But I guess, like, in the same vein, maybe it's too situational. I don't know. Because it's not really that good without Priest, right? Guess we can EOT. Target this, make a 3/3. And now they have no good blocks with the Lieutenant. go counters there, counters there. I can send everything, because if they block this, they die. So we can just YOLO shove. We've got the Ozolith plus Assault Cauldron. I think, honestly, weirdly enough, I think Ozolith might be better than Cauldron in this deck. Yeah, I could maybe cut a Bart, too, because it is legendary. And, like, if you're going to cut the Cauldrons, Bart does get a little bit worse. 5, 6, 7. Interesting. I mean, I'm just going to put a counter here, right? Counter there, damage. Alright, go. Here, 2. We're chilling. We're vibing. Yeah, what if we just make it a Yorion deck? I mean, hey, Yorion Blink. Yorion is really good with, like, Thalia's Lieutenant, right? Alright, so they are playing... I think they're playing Amalia combo, which I could bring in Ray of Enfeeblement for just to kill Amalia. Specialist seems unnecessary. Like, they're... I don't know. They could just be a mid-range deck, but it's hard to say. Yeah, Yorion humans. Let's go to 2 Knights. Let's go down a Bart and down a People and play the Rays. I'm just going to put them on Amalia combo, because I think that's what they're playing. What do you think about Thousand Moon Smithy? I do have a Thousand Moon Smithy deck in the Mox field. It's listed as blue-white artifacts. If you want to check that out. There's like a really cool line, specifically with, let me keep this. There's a really cool line specifically with Fiddlebender, where you can go Fiddlebender a 1-drop, get Corridor Monitor, untap Fiddlebender, sacrifice Monitor, get Halo Fountain, untap Fiddlebender, and then you could sack the Halo Fountain to go get Smithy. And I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not exactly sure how good it is, but it sounds cool. The only problem is, like, you need an extra mana, because Halo Fountain, you have to spend a mana to untap. And I looked at every single 3-mana artifact that was legal in Pioneer, and none of them untap a creature without additional mana. So it kind of sucks. But, I mean, it works, you know? It does work. It does the thing. But, like, if you have Mox Amber, then, you know, Fiddlebender is a legendary for Mox Amber, so that kind of gets you the mana back, which is nice. The Huntsman's Redemption. Cool card. I am going to lead with Cartel Aristocrat. Probably have to take a hit next turn, because I want to set up for Knight-Errant, I believe. We'll see what they do. Goose is kind of nice with Redemption, because they can use it for mana, and then just sack the Goose to the Redemption. Clock of Omens. Clock of Omens goes hard with Fiddlebender. They revealed Forest. Not a Plains. Interesting. This card is so good. I love this card. What are we doing? Yeah, there's the Amalia. Oh, wow. Amalia plus Innkeeper is kind of hot. I didn't even realize that it just, like, that triggered. That's kind of sick. If they attack, I could block. Just eat their Beast. Trade Bondwarden for Beast, which maybe at this point I probably would do. I don't know, though, because I'm close enough to Knight. Maybe I can't afford to do that. They're kind of just beating me down, though, with, like, Huntsman's Amalia. Kind of tough. I can go Ozolith Lieutenant. Yeah, we probably have to do that this turn. Probably have to go Ozolith Lieutenant and just try to Knight next turn. That's the problem with these Knights, is I just, like, I've felt like I've never been in a position where I've had a good spot to Knight, you know? Attacking... Actually, can I just kill them next turn? Like, if I just sack the Bondwarden now, And then I can hold up Lieutenant to protect the Cartel again. Take 5. I don't know if I need to sack the Bondwarden now, though. I think I can probably just kill them with Second Lieutenant. We'll see. But I could have dealt them 7 damage there. If I sack them Bondwarden pre-combat, well, I guess they had a black-white creature and a green creature. Oh, so we're just dead. So we're dead. Okay, cool. Interesting. Alright, we died. Game 3. They are on the combo, as expected. Alright, play first. Okay, this hand's not bad. This hand plays. Why not let us watch it happen? I mean, we know what's gonna happen, right? I've kind of learned that the hands that have this on turn 1 are much better than the hands that have basically any other 1-drop. Rude. Yeah, I think Warden's very good. Alright, your turn. We need to find a sec outlet with this Ozolith. Amalia. Thankfully, we can kill that. Alright, let's go kill that thing now. I will pay 3 life. There's kind of no point in just returning for 1, so just wait a little bit. Not casting Knight? Surely that's a rookie mistake. What's up, Ashiok? Graveyard Trespasser. It's bad. What have I liked thus far? This is the only deck I've played. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. It's not like I've been live for, 10 years. It's the only deck we've played so far. Go, I guess. Yeah, go. We're gonna switch it up after this league, though. I know I have not. Well, I mean, I've been streaming for what, 3 years now? 4 years? I think 3 years. Oh, the pawn part. I see. Gotcha. I didn't get that. That joke just kind of flew right by me. I'm not very smart, so. Yeah, I guess this deck has impressed me so far. Joldrid. No, I have not done 0-1 drops. I've done 0-2 drops. That was a good draw. I guess I should leave up Caves in case I hit the Scorn-Blade Berserker. I did hit Scorn-Blade. It's the only thing I hit, though. Perhaps I should have saved the Scorn-Blade Berserker. Why did I cast that? I should have waited on that. Yeah, definitely should have waited on that. That was bad. Alright, counter here. I should have waited till next turn on that. Because then I could have sacked whatever I put the counter on. You can if you would like, Bolt. This turn's probably just like chump block shield red, take 4. Well, no, I guess they can't attack with this because I just block here. Can attack with Shieldred, probably. I think I have the chump block. Okay. Dark World player, change the sign color. What would you like? What would you like? God, now what do we do? Purple. All right. Changing up the vibe a little bit. We have a purple option. It's probably as close as we're going to get to purple. I know it probably doesn't look purple on the screen, but trust me, it looks on my end. It looks purple. You just gotta believe me, all right? No, it's coming up. It's coming up. All right, I think I need to. God, drawing a card's kind of sketchy here too. It's green now. What the hell? Why did it change? Alright, sleep it. There. It's good. Yeah, I think we have to draw a card first. Need to find some gas. I mean, it's technically gas. It's 7? Dude, what is happening? Why does it keep changing? Alright, I'm gonna shut it off. I wonder if it's, like, something wrong with my remote. Why does it keep doing that? Alright, turn it on. I'm putting the remote down, and I'm not touching it. There. Literally not touching the remote. Dude, it changed again! Why? Oh, wait. That's why. I had it at a different setting. I figured it out. Alright, I figured it out, chat. There we go. It was, like, automatically changing colors. Anyways, we're good now. Yeah, we're good. What the fuck do I do here? No, it's not good! What is wrong? What am I doing? Oh, God. Oh, no. What's happening? Oh, no. What's happening? Stop. Stop. No, I broke the sign. I broke the sign! I think it's because my batteries are dead. I literally broke the sign. Alright, hold on. We're going to fix this real quick. Maybe my batteries are dead? Is that one? This thing is just not working at all now. Might be because of my batteries. Okay, it's purple. Is it going to change? Yeah, sure is. Dude, I don't know what's happening right now. What is going on? I know, right? I'm busy, alright? I'm busy. Tonbro, I'm sorry. We're having some technical difficulties. Alright, I'm just going to leave it, alright? I'll fix it after. I'll fix it after. Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with the sign. The sign has a mind of its own. Now it's probably going to stay purple. Alright, what the hell do we do? I can get back Berserker. No, because I have to tap a bunch of things. I can't really do that. Okay, let's just cast this. Counter there. And then I think we just go 1. I didn't want to do that. I can tap itself. I think I fixed it. I don't know how I fixed it, but I think I fixed it. Okay, that's a top. That is certainly a top. Or just dying to the shielder is the problem. Yeah, I don't know how I fixed it, but apparently I did. Priorities. I am just dead to Amalia. Yeah, maybe it was my opponent the entire time. They've actually hacked into the mainframe. They've somehow hacked into my computer, which is not controlling the sign, and then... I don't know how that's possible. But they figured out a way to do it. Alright, I can only kill them if they remove the goose from the battlefield. Which, I don't really know how that's going to happen. But if somehow the goose dies, we can kill them. We're going to try the blue-white and soul deck next. That's the plan. So I got a 5. If they didn't have Gilded Goose, I could probably kill them. But unfortunately, they do have Gilded Goose. And the unfortunate part about this is the only way that I can cast Bartolome is taking a damage, which means I go to 4, and then they just go attack with Trespasser, put me to 2, Shielder kills me. So... I don't know if there is a way to do this. Warden gets lifelink? No, it gets flying and vigilance, does not get lifelink. I can go Bartolome, sacrifice Lieutenant? Rebuy Lieutenant. No, because, yeah. There's no way that I can cast Bartolome without trying to kill them this turn. No, both creatures have to be in one graveyard for Trespasser. No, they can split it up, right? 2 target creature cards from graveyards. So they can split it up. Yeah, and they're just going to chump... Even if I get rid of my graveyard, they just chump block with Goose and have 2 creatures. Oh, that's a good point. I can cast 2 spells. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can cast 2 spells to flip it back, because I can play the return. Okay, so then we don't die. Okay, so now we need to figure out a way to make the Warden lethal, but have multiple blockers back. Is there a way to do that? So I think we start by doing this and go counters here. Okay. Counter there. Sack Pupil? Should I have tapped first? I don't know that I'm tapping 3 things. Also, if I tap more things, then I have less mana for return, right? And I also want to cast return here. I guess I need to make the Warden 18, right? Because they can just not block with Goose and go to 18. They don't have enough mana to crack 2 foods, though. Yeah, no, I know. This is currently 12. So I guess we return for 2. Right? Return for 2. Get those 2 back. And then we go Bondwarden, counter on... What else am I sacrificing here is the question. I think I have to sacrifice the tapped Thalia's Lieutenant to make a lethal attack. So maybe I should put... Yeah, we do it this way. Yeah, this is good. Go back up there. And then we go sack the Lieutenant. Counters here. Okay, so now we have a 13, 14, plus 11 counters. That is certainly lethal, and we still have 3 blockers. You need 21. No, they can't. They don't have enough for 2 food, right? Yeah, well, I mean, I have 21 anyways. So we can just go to combat now. So counters there. Yes. 24 Flying Vigilance. And we still have 3 blockers back, and the Graveyard Trespasser is going to flip. No, they don't have enough mana. And they have to find another flying creature next turn to be able to block. Because they can't gain enough life over the course of 2 turns to be able to survive. Okay. So they pop food, go to 18. Then they can untap, pop food, go to 21. Shield would put them to 23. But 23 is not enough, because I just have 24 on the battlefield. So if they draw a land, they're dead. And we go to exactly 1 from this attack. Right? Trespasser puts us to 3, and then Shielder puts us to 1. So if they can find a single point of damage, we're dead. Or if they draw Malia. It's a big-ass Warden, huh? Yeah, the more I play with this card, the more impressed I am with it. Now, obviously, it's like it's even more busted in this deck when you're doing counter synergies with Lieutenant and Ozolith. So it's like we're maximizing this card to its full potential, but it's really good. All right, whew, damn, dude. All right, we got a match. We're on the board. We are on the board. GG's, Tomber. I kept doing the math that 1 turn, and I was like, I'm just dead to the Trespasser plus Shieldred, and then I forgot that if I play a second spell, your Trespasser flips, and I was like, okay, I can just go to 1. I was like, trying to figure out the math there. That was a tough game. Could have won that game. What was in your hand? You had a Wild Growth in hand? Oh, so if you just cast it the previous turn, you get the extra attacker? Gotcha. Eidolon. Our deck is not great against Eidolon. Not a big fan of that card. Well, here's my Priest. Taking a Takenuma line. Yeah, where you just go like Takenuma, try to find the Amalia. Or you had the Amalia in the graveyard. Yeah, okay. You played the Takenuma that turn, right? I think? Or the turn prior. Rude. Your deck did look decent, though. I like the Trespassers and the Skyclaves. You're kind of more of like a mid-range deck. You're just getting destroyed this game. Let's go to the next one. That one's Jover. That one is Jover. Okay, Specialist coming in for sure. I'm gonna cut these expensive cards that are like kind of dirtily. I don't mind keeping in Knight-Errant because it just blocks extremely well. We're just gonna do that though. Skyclave is poop in ABA combo. I guess that's a good point. Where if you're forced to play the Skyclave the turn before you combo, then the turn after, if you go for the combo, that you just give them a blocker for your Amalia. But I mean, the upside is just the fact that Skyclave is just a good card, right? This hand's really good. This hand is excellent. Okay, turn two, activate Warden, looking for a 3rd land drop. No, they finally fixed it, Dark World player. After 19 years, they finally fixed Gwennakinnon. Now, the thing is, they fixed the bug, but it's still kind of, I'm not going to say unplayable, but very hard to play on Moto because just of the nature of the combo itself, you know? Yeah, it's back in the menu. Well, I mean, you have to go through the Dark World a bunch, but it is back in the menu. I am going to play a Berserker this turn. Counter here. Hopefully we can find a land to just, like, steamroll them. Land would be so good here. Sure, that's fine. I kind of want to make a 3/4 here so they can't lightning strike it. Because I don't think they have like a 4 damage removal spell. So I'm gonna do it this way. Looks a little weird, but I think I like this better. Just getting this around lightning strike is nice. Hell, I could have even made a 4/5 for Bone Crusher purposes. That could have been good. Yeah, I don't know if I like the dino stuff hilarious. I think it's just missing a little bit too much. Are the dono spots filled for this week? What I might be doing is I might actually be putting the donos off for another week. I haven't decided yet, but there's just like so many things that I want to try from this new set that I might actually wait. I haven't decided yet, but I might wait a week for dono decks. If I don't, then we still have 4 spots for this week. So this week could be full either way. Yeah, the Amalia combo deck that we have does have Tyvar, and I think that is correct. At Bondwarden, I guess counter on itself. Counter here. I mean, they're just so dead, right? This game is insanely over. What am I getting back? Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. They don't even care. They don't care what I'm getting back. Did we already run the Dino deck? No, I kind of scrapped the Dino decks. What's the Amali combo? It should be on the Moxfield page. If you guys want to see, so if you go to the link, if you type !Moxfield, the link should be there. But it's moxfield.com/users/Doomwake. And you should be able to find all of my decks there. Every single one that we built. The ones that we will be playing over the next couple of days. I am going to keep this hand. My hand is fine. Yeah, that's true. We do have a dinosaur deck for donation decks from Cathal. That was a good draw. Go Warden first. Oh, sure. Yeah. I guess I could have got back the Berserker and then just go counter, yeah, Berserker onto the big guy and then sack it to make a giant lifelinker. Oh, man. I think we just have to jam Priest, right? There's just, like, no way around this. Yeah, we have to jam Priest. Obviously, it feels really bad, but this kind of is what it is. Oh, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, I can specialist it back, which is pretty good. We're gonna be at 8 life. But then they're kind of in a spot where they have to kill the specialist and the priest. Because the specialist represents lifelink and the priest represents removal spells. I think no attacks here. Yeah, I'm not going to win this game by 1 damage. Anonymous user, thank you for the gifted sub. Does the Amelia deck ever want Coco over Tyvar? I don't think so. Because in my estimation, I think the Amalia deck should be playing Fiend Artisan and or Fauna Shaman, like one of those 2 cards to help facilitate just finding the combo faster. So if you're choosing to play Tyvar or excuse me, if you're choosing to play Fauna Shaman or Fiend Artisan, then I think the Tyvar is so much better with those cards. When are we getting CEDH content? Not anytime soon. We are probably not winning this game. Just don't have any outs, right? Stupid Eidolon. 24 more subs until Pure Modern. Should be more than that, right? So we're at 630 right now, give or take. So it's 70 more, I think. Yeah, 74. Okay. I was like, wait. I was like, I don't think I changed the sub goal. I'm at 6. Oh, they just had a removal spell for Priest. Alright, I'm done. The draw's pretty good. Okay, alright, this hand works. This hand plays, does some stuff. I am going to lead on Bondwarden. Play some tiny leaders. Combat. Okay. Human. I'm just gonna play Bart first. Oh no, I can't play Bart. Okay, I'll play this. Maybe I should have named a different creature type. Could have named Knight, I guess, or just played Eiganjo. Exposing the cartel this early is probably bad. Alright, let's play this first. Bait the removal spell, which they probably have. Alright, your turn. They're making our return to the ranks better. Do you think the fetch lands being banned is what made Pioneer succeed but Frontier failed? I don't recall exactly what Frontier was. Was that basically Pioneer but with fetch lands? Oh, I am. I'm enjoying drawing a second copy of my legendary creature too. Torborg, thank you for the 30-month resub. Welcome back. Alright, I will pass the turn. It is your turn. What exactly was Frontier? I can't remember. Wasn't it a smaller card pool, too? Was like M15 forward, I think? Starts with cons. Yeah, doesn't it start when they change the frame of the new cards? Because they changed the frame right after... It was after RTR, right, I think? Yeah, they changed it in Origins. Something along those lines. Let's play Bondwarden first. I guess I should have played Bondwarden off Cavern. I'm going to put a counter here. Okay. Let's go to combat. And then if they answer this in combat, then I can just, like, sack it, move counters here. Petty Theft Bart. Sure, that's fine. So we're going to take 2. And then I can go post-combat, play Bart, draw a card, move counters onto here. And pass. Play this next turn. 2015 onward around Kaladesh era. Yeah, so probably just like smaller card pool. Yeah, and I think another big part of why it failed was they just didn't have a lot of like... Did they ever have any premier Frontier events? I don't think they did, if I recall correctly. I'll play Pupil pre-combat. I don't recall them ever having like any big Frontier events. It was big in Japan for a little bit. Was it? Yeah, I don't remember that. Soaring Thought Thief. Sure. Yeah. That thing can't block. I mean, if they put I was gonna say, if they put this on Bard, I can just sack the Bondwarden. I think we are choosing to not sacrifice anything. I go to 14, we just cast this thing. Pass. We're vibing. We are vibing. Sure. You can get my last Bart. I'm okay with that. I accept. You think Snapcaster Glyph would be okay in Pioneer? Probably. I think they'd be mostly fine. So I think I want to trade for the Enforcer. Right? I can go put Star Pupil on Enforcer, sack Bondwarden, move the counters here, and then trade, move the counters here, and just have a big Bart. I could also just not do that. I could also use the Priest. I don't want to take 10 damage, though. So let's do that. Let's do this. They have no cards. So we go move the counters here, and then trade, move counters here. It's a little bit weaker if they have push, though. Like if they draw push next turn. Because I am kind of shoving on this Bart. But I can make it a 2-turn clock, right? Yeah, this is just a 2-turn clock. That is not bad. I'm just going to do it this way. Okay, only hit a Warden. Attack for 6. They go to 6. And now, even if they find Fatal Push, we can just go attack for 4, put them to 2, play this, activate Priest. If I were going to play Control at the RC, which version would I lean towards? I don't really think there's a lot of good Control decks right now. I guess probably the best one is Blue-White Lotus Field Control, but even that deck I think is a little sketchy. It's got some rough matchups. But the nice thing about the Blue-White Lotus Field deck is it also gets to play Beanstalk. Because you have, like, I think that deck plays, like, March of Otherworldly Light, Syncopate, Discontinuity, and Teferi, all the trigger Beanstalk, which is cool. I don't really care if they counter this. Alright, Doomwake wins. Okay, against Rogues... I've actually been a pretty big fan of just doing this, like this sideboard plan. I don't know what it is. I just don't think the Cauldron return plan is that good in this deck. So maybe if we do another version of this, we just don't play any non-creature spells. Maybe this is the only non-creature we want. And just like forget about the return Cauldron stuff and just main deck Specialist. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just that the return and the Cauldron stuff is too clunky. This hand is weird. Doesn't really do anything, but I'm going to keep it. It's got a Specialist, which is nice. You like return, dislike Cauldron? Yeah. It's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where I've been, too. This deck needs some lovin'. That's good. That's a good draw. Deck needs a little bit of lovin'. I think the core is good. Like, I've been insanely impressed with Warden in this deck. Bartolome is decent too, so those two new cards are great. Just gonna play Lieutenant here, so I can't double spell anyways. What do I think of Inti and 5-color humans? If I'm going to play a deck with Inti, I really want to be a deck that has some other way to use the discard ability. Like, I want to be playing Fable or some other cards that discard, like Bloodtithe Harvester. So I don't know what that looks like in... I don't know what that looks like in the 5-color humans deck. Like, I don't think you have room to play Fable in that deck. I don't know what's Oathsworn. Bard class Storm deck. Did it get any new tools? I don't know if it did. Yeah, I have a couple Inti Hollow 1 decks that I'm like somewhat excited to play with. I don't know if they're very good, but they're sweet as hell. God, Specialist getting back Lieutenant is so messed up. It's so good. Hollow 1 will never be good as long as Elf Control exists. I mean... I mean, you guys got to remember, this is the initial version. We're not going to get it right the first try. There's definitely been some things that I've been impressed with, and some things that I think we can kind of, take moving forward and maybe make some changes. Okay, let's do this. I would like my Thalia's Lieutenant again. Yeah, we should 100% be main decking these Specialists. It's just such a ridiculous card. I'm not going to trigger the Shredder, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to trigger the Shredder. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that match was definitely a good showcase of we should just be playing this card main deck. Because, like, it's kind of just a better version of Return, right? It's like a Return that also attacks your opponent. It's really good. I mean, it's not as high rolly as Return, but it's a much more, like, good by itself type of card. You know what I mean? It's so much better. Alright, prediction's up, by the way, chat. 3-2 prediction. Like, imagine this hand, for example. Imagine if this Return was a Specialist. This Return does stone cold nothing in this hand, but if it was Specialist, it would actually be insane. You know? Like, that's a perfect example of just... Like, it's so bad in your opening hand. I think 22 lands. The new gold card is Bartolom. I mean, I'm still going to keep this. If we draw any creature, it's still decent. Yeah, maybe 21 is better. We can lead on Cavern, because even if I draw Bart, I'm not going to cast Bart over Priest on turn 2. I revealed Jeffrey. Is it that hard to splash green here? What do you want green for? Can I show new foil treatment on stream? No, because it's terrible. Alright. Ooh, they have the double Thopter Warden draw. Yeah, drew the Bard. Attack for Juan. Yeah, no, you just don't want that stuff. I have a different deck. I have a Bartolome Scales deck, but it's not quite the same thing. That should be on the Mox Field as well. If you want to check that out. I do have a Scales deck with Bartolome. Dread Knight and Shaper Sanctuary. Is Dread Knight a human? I'll take this. It is a human. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's never a new set without the Scales Bruise. Okay, so let's think about this. I am going to cast Scorn-Blade Berserker. I'm going to put a counter here. I'm going to cast the Ozolith. I'm going to activate Priest. Then I'm probably going to cast Bartolome. And then I think I'm going to load up the Bartolome this turn. I could have also sacked the priest there. Yeah, let's load up the Bartolome here. And then we can return to get both back next turn and do some more stuff that way. Yeah, return looks nice next turn. I mean, still probably worse than just Extraction Specialist. It's kind of the same thing, right? Compare return now at Specialist. I mean, it's the same thing. I could just sack the Specialist to the Priest, right? It's not that much different. Okay, Loxodon's fine-ish. It's our best draw here. Certainly not that. Alright, so I want to be able to attack with Bartolome this turn. So I am going to shock here. We're going to get these two back. I think I might be able to represent lethal. Does it matter where I put the counters? I guess Pupil? No, it's better to put the counters on Berserker, right? No, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, there's literally no difference, right? Which one of these I put it on? Because I put it on here, sack both, 2 here, 2 here. I put it on here, that's 4. If I put it on here, that's 1, 2... Yeah, it's actually 1 less to do it that way. Pupil is 1 more counter. Let me go here. Sack these 2. Counters here. I think I might be able to present lethal. 6, 7, 8... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, not quite. Is it worth sacrificing the priest here? Probably, right? If I sack priest... Oh, it's 11? Yeah, because they have the chump block right there, else they go to 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to do that. Yeah, we have to do that for sure. This is 11. But the thing is, if they take 11, they're dead to any creature next turn, so they kind of have to chump block, right? Wow, they just took it? Giga Chad. Am I dead? Okay. Could Smithy see playing Colossus deck? I think so, yeah. I have a new Colossus deck too. Colossus actually got a couple of nice upgrades. Just take 8. Yeah, take 8, draw any creature. Any creature. That is certainly a creature. They have like a life gain spell here. Imagine they have like, I don't know, just gain 4 life in response. Okay. So I want the raise for sure. You have 14 sack outlets. Yeah. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, Fabrication Foundry is the one that I was thinking. The one that Yo-Man suggested. Foundry is really nice with Colossus. Only a couple Captain Wasabi, not too much, but I've been debating on just main decking these specialists and like trimming on the return Soul Cauldron stuff. It's just like too many clunky cards in this deck, I think. I just want to smooth it out a lot, you know? I mean, in this matchup, for sure, I definitely want to lower my curve, so I think that makes sense. But I don't know. I think there is something here. Like, there is some combination of cards, maybe cards that we're playing, maybe cards that we're not playing, that are very good. And I don't think we're too far off. I think we have, like, a decent start. Play people first. Which one's Staunch Crewmate? Oh, you know what the other Colossus payoff card was that I was thinking of? The red artifact that gives something haste whenever an artifact ETBs. I forget what that one's called, but... Bluesmith. Oh, that one. The 2 mana 1/4? Yeah. The 2 mana 1/4. This game's not going super well. Defense. I mean, worst case, we can trade, take 6, make it 2-3. That's pretty good. Depends on what they have. Okay. Yeah, Bushwhacker. It's really unfortunate. I think I have to take 8 here. I'm at 11. Stop! Oh my god, dude. Can you not? Jesus Christ. Her draw was really good. Really good. Yeah, we just have no way out. Alright, can you, like, not do that again? Please and thank you. I'm gonna do this. I want more specialists on the play. Yeah, the bot still doesn't have new cards. Sage of Hours Cauldron turns deck. Yeah. I don't like it. Probably a little too slow. Yeah, average Convoke draw. This hand really needs a land. God, I want to keep this hand so bad. I want to keep this hand so bad. I don't know if I should. I probably shouldn't. 2 caves. This hand's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Very painful. Have I seen Oathsworn yet? No, somebody posted that in chat, but I didn't actually look at it. I love the new set. It's a lot of potential. Alright, 1 black, 2/2 menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if it has fewer than counters, put a counter on it that has exactly 4. So show a card to your hand. Probably a little too slow. I'm not super in love with it. Probably a little too slow. Not the worst. I'm 21-6 with Convoke challenges. Average draw, Giga Chad. True. Average draw, by the way. Am I ever racing them? Probably not. Six. They're at 18. I just don't think I'm racing them. Like, I attack for 6, they go to 12. They attack me for 10 minimum. I have no good blocks. Nah, first deck. We're going to play a new deck after this league. With this deck, like Charming Prince? Perhaps, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, should I have even killed the Loxodon? I probably should have killed the Warden instead of the Loxodon. Yeah, I should have. That was bad. Why did I not kill the... Yeah, I could have just killed the Warden. That was dumb. I just could have killed it. Could have just killed it. Chose not to. I mean, we just have no way out from this, I think. Yeah, we just have no way out. Alright, we're going to shelf this deck for a little bit. I mean, it has a lot of potential. I definitely do think it has a lot of potential. As far as stuff that I liked and didn't like, was a big fan of when we added more Wardens. I think that card was very, very good. Not as big of a fan of, like, honestly, all of this kind of top-end stuff felt kind of just clunky at times. And maybe you want some number of it, because if you just build the deck that's entirely this stuff, then you just run into these spots where you have a lot of hands that just don't do anything. Like, there's no payoff, right? But I think some number of specialist main deck could be a good idea. And just trimming on some number of this. Like, maybe you go, like, I don't know, 1 Cauldron, 2 Knight, 1 Return or something. And then you do, like, this or something like that. Not entirely sure if that's 100% what it would look like, but some similar idea to that, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, definitely, like, 4 Wardens, maybe less Pupils, probably 4 Specialist main deck, and then less of the top end. Maybe